Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yogam, Sloka number 16. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Mana Prasada Saumyatvam Maunamatma Vinigraha Bhava Samshuddhirityetat Tapo Manasa Muchyate. In the last class, we have seen the meaning up to here. Bhagavan, after explained the tapa, puja, yajna and ahara, then later he came to the fourth topic is the tapas. While explaining about the tapas, he separately told three shlokas. One is about the Sharirika tapas, and second is Vangmaya tapas, and now this 16th shloka Bhagavan said about the Manasika tapas, which is all these three together are very, very important, but in that again this Mana Prasada Manasika tapas is more important. In fact, if you want to do the real Manasika tapas, you need to have the tapas of the Kayika and Vachika. Without them, we cannot do the Manasika tapas. So they will help the person to do Manasika tapas. That means they are very compulsory. There is no any choice among them. Even when we are talking about the Vangmaya tapas, Bhagavan given four Anudvegakaram Vakyam, Satyam, Priyam, Hitam. All the four should be there, required. So no exception or choice in that. Same way, Kayika tapas, Vachika tapas, then only Manasika tapas. Now in this, the essence of this shloka is our attention should be on our mind. In spite of the surrounding situations, the people around, how we can interact in a proper way. That proper interaction is called yoga practice. That is doing the action without reaction and showing the attention without tension. This is what Bhagavan also said in the second chapter, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Actions without reactions. Our actions should be done without any creating reactions in us. But every action is bound to give the reaction, that is the law. Or others are doing some action, but we should not react. So proact only is suggested, not the reaction. And show the attention is required in this world to live. How much you are keeping away, renounced and simple and sannyasi way of life, but still we need to do some interactions in the world. That time also showing the attention. Without showing the attention, we cannot do the interaction. That attention should not create the tension. That is the meaning. Then for that sake only the first principle here given is Mana Prasadata. Keeping all the time mind peaceful, calm, quiet. Even the triggering situations may come now and then, but still we are not getting agitated. Practice, we have to do that practice. Whenever such a situation comes, whether I am agitated, I am getting either frustrated, agitated, or anything, we have to. They say generally, why you become angry and why you become frustrated and create wrinkles on your forehead. Rather, be cheerful and happy, create the dimples on your cheeks. That is wrinkles, but this is dimples. Manah prasadata. And saumyatvam is the soft approach in our actions, in our words and all. Saumyatvam. And altogether, when our attention is more on our mind, ourselves, the internal silence will start taking place. Naturally, if the mind is silence means not necessarily sitting for meditation and practicing separately and how to reduce thought, how to remove the thoughts. But overall, our mind is not breeding the unwanted, innumerable worldly thoughts. So for that, we have to find out some sadhana approach. The best and simple sadhana is keep on humming and chanting the Lord's name. That too, sometimes we can take a bigger chanting like Slokas or the song like if you sing. So the mind is engaged in that louder first. Therefore, the Vani can be controlled only when the Pashyanti Vani is understood. Vak is told in 4 levels. Paravani, that is Adi Shakti. Then Pashyanti Vani, Madhyama Vani and Vaikhari Vani. That only in Lalita Sahasranama, Ambal names also this will come. Pratyak Rupa Pashyanti Paradevata. Madhyama Vaikhari Rupa Pashyanti Paradevata. Like that it will come. Anyhow, totally 4 levels of walk is told. Now, first of all, here the Vaikhari Vani should be controlled. Because here Maunam word is actually whether it is related to the mind or related to the Vangmaya Tapas. In Vangmaya Tapas, Bhagavan didn't use this Maunam word. You have to very carefully understand that. Whether you speak or not, it doesn't matter, but how you speak, how much you speak, how you address, it depends upon. Therefore, and saumyatvam. So, cheerfulness, happiness, altogether reflect in your words and the speech. And if you are not wearing a smile on your face, your makeup is not complete. This is also a good saying that. Particularly when we do dress up or makeup or something, particularly when you are presenting in front of others. When you are presenting yourself, you present yourself by your Vesha and Bhusha and Bhasha. All in 3 levels. Therefore, Maunam is added here. Therefore, Mauna Vratam, I am not going to talk. Our self-chartering is a big problem. In fact, we talk to ourselves more than we talk outside to the others. Because all the time people are not around us. But we are with ourselves. Our own mind is there, our inner verbal chartering talks will take place. For that also again the remedy is only either bringing the Shastra's words, sentences, Mahavakya or Guru's words or Lord's name. More and more we replace and engage the mind in that way, then slowly it will become habit to it. Stop self-chartering. That self-chartering is called sololoquy in English. That is came from different language, I think. Sololoquy, self-chartering. That's why Maunam brought here in the Manasika tapas. Maunam, Atma Vinigraha, in general, totally control of all the sense organs. Then Bhava Samshuddhi, that is, you have the attitude of appreciating everybody, everywhere. There will be some drawbacks and minus points, but learn to see the plus points. This practice, this you have to do the practice. I told before, I think somewhere, at least appreciate a few things and few times in a day. Not necessarily the people. If you come across with the people, you need not to tell to them in front, you are looking good, your dress is nice, or not like that. Every time if you say it is not looking good. But now and then, to people whom you don't meet often, you can appreciate, or you find out the thing, quality in them, and you appreciate mentally. The much more easier thing to appreciate the thing is, once suppose you got up, you are okay, alive now, breathing today. You appreciate the God's Ishvara's blessing. Or when you go out and open the door and see the trees or the flowers are there, beautiful flower will be there, you appreciate, hey, what a beautiful creation. Appreciate the Lord, appreciate that flower mentally. You appreciate the air, appreciate the sun. What you need for this to do. So always the positive way of, and our inside mind and outside, particularly this all looks very easy, but appreciating the people, some difficulty will be there generally, because there is a comparison, jealousy will be there. I have to appreciate. You must have a magnanimous mind to appreciate and say something. You are very good. You are done well. You are great. Like that, even a servant or anybody, any taxi driver, you can appreciate. See something and appreciate. So, if we practice this simple thing, bhava samshuddhi, we have no any kind of negative thinking about anybody inside, whether they are good or bad, it doesn't matter for me, because my inner mind climate I have to maintain. I should not compromise and neglect my peace of mind and my happiness of the mind. For that, I am not dodging anybody. Because of you done like this, talk like this, my peace of mind gone. No, I won't complain. And that person may behave anyway, he may talk anyway. Why have to lose my coolness? Why? This is the question should come. Okay, so after saying all this, now Bhagavan is going to tell next three shlokas from the quality wise, guna standpoint. Now generally introduced. Now these three are there. But if you suppose I am doing all these three, what for I am doing? Whether my tapas of kayika, vachika, manasika are for my inner purification or something else I am expecting. Here again differs. Gunataha it differs. Now what sattvic person is tapas, how it will be? Now Bhagavan is coming to the guna wise. Sloka number 17. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastatrividham naraihi apalakankshiviryuktaihi satvikam parichakshate. This is considered as or called as, declared as the parikshakshate, sattvika tapas. Now before explaining these coming three shlokas, being there also related about the tapas, let us recollect the importance of this tapas. Even though we are talking since last class and now today, but still tapas, tapa, there are so many ways to think about this small word, two letters word tapa. The whole life should be like tapas. Tapas means sacrifice. Tapas means inquiry. Tapas means purification. So like this, so many different meanings we can give for this word tapas. Where from it has started? Now if we go back to the Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, according to the Shastra, Upanishads and all that, he also, Mundaka Upanishad says, Yasya Gnanamaya Tapaha. What is the tapas of the Ishvara, Paramatma? Gnanamayam tapas. And he also then thought of that Satapo Tapyata, so Kamayata. First he desired what? I am actually Advaita Nirguna Swarupam. But Paramatma become Dvaitam. He wants to become many. Bahushyam Praja Eyeti Sadapo Tapyata. He also did tapas. Means sankalpa actually. So, Ekameva Dvitiyam Paramatma become many as though become many appear. Now what Jivatma we have to do? From this multiplicity and Dvaitam and manyness, our tapas should be to go to the Ekatvam. Because here this I is nothing but the Paramatma only. So it's came from there to here. Now our job is going to our essential nature. Coming from there we say Paramatma. Going from here say Jivatma should attain, means this is tapas. Going back is tapas. Puranic, this is Upanishad statement in Purana also. Otherwise the Eko Narayana, why he has to, he just simply can be alone by itself. But he also did Sankalpa. That Sankalpa is tapas. Then the lotus flower came from the umbilicus, and in that the first person born Brahmaji, and that Brahmaji not able to understand anything, then he himself started asking, who am I? Why I came here? Where from I have come? Like this question started. What is that? Enquiry. Kaha. That's why one of the names to Brahmaji is Kaha. Kaha is a question. Who? So, who am I? Inquiry started there itself. Then that inquiry, he could not get anything. He tried to go inside that lotus and could not find out the origin. But then again he came back and a little bit he got frustrated. I could not understand. No, nobody is there, nothing is there. Only water, water, water everywhere, causal waters. In that again, when I must know, then the inner voice from the source came. 1621, 1621, 1621, like car number calling. He heard this number 3 times. So first he came with one head. When he heard one side, he turned this side, one head came. And he heard from that side, he turned that side, one more head. Right side, another one head. So then he became Chaturmukha Brahma. That means all four Vedas, which are representing the four heads of the Brahma, they talk about what? Tapa. 16 number is in Sanskrit all of alphabets, the 16th letter is Ta. And the 21 letter, first letter is called Pa. Kakagaganya, chachajajana, tatadadhana, tatadadhana, 16. Ta starting. Then Pa 21. So he heard only that mathematical 1621, 1621. Shodasha Ekavimshati number. He understood. But we fools cannot understand. Then he sat more than 100 years, tapas. Then he got all the knowledge, he got the vision of the source, Bhagavan Narayana. Then he started expanding himself, created tapas. Expansion is tapas. Again, but without forgetting his own source and again going back to the contraction is also tapas. So we are all like that only. Why we came here? Why? Who am I? What is this world? The basic question, but generally it won't come to people who is having this Manaprasadata, Saumyatvam, Bhava Samsuddhi, Atma Vinigraha. Still, if you see in then Taittiriya Upanishad, Tapasa Brahma Vijignasasva. If you want to know the truth, Tapasa. Then the teacher taught to the disciple also. Then Tapasa Brahma Vijignasasva. Then Satapo Tapyeti. Then he did the tapas. Satapas Taptva. Then inquiry. Thinking. He came with the answers, that is. So, everywhere, Mundakopanishad, here, there, all places. And Ramayana, I mentioned many times. The first shloka starts with the tapas. The first word. Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram. Naradam paripapracha Valmiki Munipungavam. Tapa. So person can become great, means divine. Human can become divine only by tapas. But we must understand what is tapas. Otherwise, then problem. the misunderstanding, now Bhagavan is going to tell Rajasika tapas, Tamasika tapas. But Satvika is a understanding, understood properly. That's why Kayika, Vachika, Manasika. But how many people will know that and how much we are giving importance to that points? But we do something. We want to still say about the recent this thing. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi written in Upadeshasara, the last shloka, Ahamapetakam nijavibhanakam mahadidam tapo ramanavagiyam. After written 29 slokas, he says, Ahamapetakam, giving up and destroying this ahankara and discovering nija vibhanakam, your essential nature. This is the mahad idam tapaha. This is the highest tapas. This is the words of the Ramana. This particular point, now how it is wonderful and great, this inquiry of self tapas is going to he tell next week in the Saddarshan also. So this is all about the importance of the tapa word. That's why I just repeated all these things. Now, what is this Satvika tapasa? That person, Narai, the people who are doing Paraya Shraddhaya Taptam. Paraya Shraddhaya. Shraddha, this topic itself is Shraddha Trayvibhagam. But Bhagavan is adding an adjective that utmost, topmost with sincerity. With utmost commitment, with utmost acceptance and faith. What? Faith on what? Blind faith? No. Kayika, Vachika, Manasika, how they are important to me. So, they are important to me. I have to practice and I must be like that. That's it. There is no any second question. So, when we like to listen to Bhagavad Gita, unless there is Shraddha about, let us see at least what Bhagavan Krishna said. And let me listen thoroughly, fully, each and every shloka meaning from one guru first, which generally people won't do. Therefore, for them it becomes delay. They miss the track. So if you have no patience to listen, then what you can achieve in the life? See, anything to do, you need a patience. If you want to cook the rice, you must wait for 10 minutes after putting the cooker. You need the patience. For any work in the world, you need a patience. But to understand this philosophical aspect of the Shastra and life, you need to spend at least little, weekly, once, twice, like that, and sincerely, without again wandering this and that. That single pointedness and utmost Shraddha only told in the previous shloka about the Atma Vinigraha, and here again the same to refer that Yuktaihi word is there in second line. Yuktaihi means with full surrender, commitment, dedication, if I am not getting any benefit after some time, few months, few years, few chapters I heard, I am not getting any benefit, I am not seeing any change in me, in my pattern of thinking or mind, then you can quit the class and quit it. But people quit and go and listen from somebody or do something or something else. That is all. They were not having these qualifications of the Atma Vinigraha, or here Bhagavan said Yuktaihi. So Paraya Shraddhaya Taptam, and this tapas again be taken as the, expressed as the three ways. Trividham. We are talking everything three. Sattvika tapas, Rajasika, Tamasika. Now, this is called Sattvika tapas. What are the indications here? Yuktaihi, Paraya Shraddhaya. Now, another point, Aphala Kankshvihi. This Aphala Kankshvihi is coming from the puja, Sattvika puja, Rajasika puja, from there onwards. But here again, am I doing this Kayika, Vachika, Manasika tapas by expecting anything outside, from the outside? No, I am not. Only for my inner purification and only for my spiritual evolution. This expectation is okay. Or not the liberation to I, but the liberation from the I. Why? Which I? Why? Which I? Ahamapetakam, the ahankara ego, that ahankara, apetakam, should be given up. So, three important points Bhagavan said, Yuktaihi, Apalakankshibhi. No. I need not to justify and show to anybody anything about because of my sadhana. Nobody. Exclusively personal. And in this also, I told yesterday or somewhere in the Telugu class yesterday, I think. See, nowhere Bhagavan, he talks about the bhakti, he talks about these qualities and all that, tapas, but nowhere he mentions this God and this name and this form and this kind of, you have to put the dress, where he talked about the external things. Even Kayika tapas, it looks like talking about the body, but what for body? Just to build up a humility in you, Deva Dvijaguru Pragna Pujanam, and keep yourself clean first of all. Shaucham, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, Ahimsa. These are also telling to the body means what? For my body. If I am not clean, I told many things that day, it may disturb others also. That is second thing. But I need to clean myself. It is my need. That is the point. Therefore, this is called as the Sattvika tapas. Paraya Shraddhaya means, Shankara writes, Prakrishta Astikya Buddhya. Prakrishta means supreme, highest. Astikya Buddhi means Nammike. Astika means who believes. What believes? This is very essential for me. What? The Kayika, Vachika, Manasika tapas. So without expecting anything, in this way. Then after that, in the next shloka, Bhagavan explaining about the Rajasika tapas. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Bhagavan himself told in the Gita in the previous chapter somewhere, Shraddha. We are talking about the Shraddha. But what do you mean by Shraddha? It is a blind belief for my peace of mind, for your manaprasadata. You check that. Don't lose it. If I say it is a belief or what, it is about your mind. Are you getting disturbed or not many times? Are you become worried or not? What is the belief needed here? Why you need not to believe my words, but I am just telling you think is it necessary for you or not? Is it required for or not? Then you decide. Therefore, in the name of religion, we should not simply follow belief. That belief, our Shastra never encourages. But when it comes down to the religious side, people are all get stuck up in that. The only reason, not listening to what it is exactly, what religion means, what religion has to do for me actually. The religion to control the mass, they keep so many rules and regulations. That is only for the lower level beginning. If those things are not there, masses cannot be attracted, masses cannot be controlled. Therefore, that is the thing, word about the Shraddha. Then, the Sloka 28. Satkaramana pujardham tapodambhena shaivayat kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalamadhruvam. Now Bhagavan explaining about the Rajasika tapas. He is also, we have to remember that the Kaika, Vachika, Manasika, those some are not, some are doing by even Rajasika person also, but all whatever he do, if at all he follow anything, here Bhagavan giving one by one. This is told as the Rajasam tapas proktam. Proktam means said, which is done for the sake of satkara, mana, pujardham, dambhena. These are the main words Bhagavan used. By keeping these things in the mind, if I do tapas, some kind of extra something, then people all will praise me. Here, this each word, I will get name or fame and people will start praise me. I am telling the meaning about all the words. Then they all will respect me because I am doing tapas. I made to do some kind of yajna, to do something. So great. So that person, that's what anybody did like this. And then they will welcome me and they will give money also, dakshina. All these words, satkara and mana pujardham, praise, honor and worship. That means here ahankara is very strong, not to destroy my ahankara. That's why they will do this tapas, and then not only that, dambhena, that word is more important. This dambha word coming from the previous chapter onwards, when we talked about the Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam, there also Dambham. Dambham means, the word meaning really, which I am not, but I want to show something. I don't have money, I am not rich. But when somewhere I have to go to function, sometimes in the college students, they all will do that. They will go and hire the coat. They will hire the tie. Like that in every photo studio, if you want to put a coat and take photo, I also took once for some reason. There will be there in that order, and you will be ready for your photo, individual photo. There will be a coat will be there. Everybody will wear that same coat only. And again he will put there. We don't know when he washed that. It is what? Makeup. I am not having really that much hair, but I want to show hair. If it is a drama like something, okay, but in real life, you cannot be like that. Dambham. So that's why people, some are talk too much and tell too much, because that it is not really not there. But by saying that, so people will appreciate and recognize that, oh, you are lying, that you are lying. They think in that way. And generally, these are all the things. And then they do Pada Puja also for me. Everything is mentioned, Puja Ardham. They will give me, all politicians also will do this. Their talk, their way of presenting themselves to the people, all that is only for the names. Dambham means show off. Otherwise, show off. So any kind of, this is otherwise it is called hypocrisy. Bhagavan told in the fourth, somewhere fifth chapter also. He is inside. Ulla ondru, puram ondru. So inside is something and outside he wants to project himself. So like that, sometimes we use the other's name. Yeah, that person, no, that great person. He's my close family relative only. So if I met him, it's so great. If I met him, I went to see him. If you keep on saying that, people are all. So generally, these weak minds are all interested about all that. One person belonged to in one institution, and that institution head passed away, and this person has got some more influence or something. He came out and he started another institution. Then I met that person. I met him in Bangalore. I met him in somewhere. What? So like this, so if I met so many people and if I go on to so many places, is it great or what? And that all we are interested to narrate. I went to Narmada Parikrama. I went to this Parikrama. All this, if you need not to say, if you are really done for your personal tapas sake, if you check yourself while doing that 3 days or 4 days or 1 week or whatever, how much time really you remember the Lord, how much you forgotten about your ahankara, but Mostly we will think about our leg pains. We feel the pain in the legs here, body pains and tiredness, and still I have to walk another 5 kilometers. Who asked you to do all that? These are all comes in the next actually, tamasika. Who asked you to do that? Whether do it or not, no question. Where is your mind? That will actually tamasika, this point comes. Now here, satkara mana pujardham, for all these purposes. And we can see so many people, so much kind of, everywhere, who are all popular now. Something they have to depict and show, this institution, this head of the institution is something different. Nobody is having that. The way he dress, the way the things they kept there. I'm not mentioning any name or institution because there are many. And everything is something different because people will get attracted. Now here, if you want to see this kind of things, if you go to Tirtha Yatra or Kumbh Mela or anywhere, now a simple thing, in every temple in Hindu pilgrimage places, the beggars will sit in the outside. Most of them will wear the maximum saffron color. Now we don't know that whether he's really sannyasa or whatever. They know, well, in this country, this saffron dress cloth is respected. Somehow they will give some donation. That's it. Both are looking like, say, sadhu, real sadhu also, this sadhu also. That sadhu also beggar sometimes. But how you know? You must know that you are doing this really to cheat the others and to get some money for you, donations and all that. Now in Kumbh Mela, such things, one or two examples. Wherever this demonstration, they are doing anything, means it is all Rajasika tapas. There I saw, when I went thrice I went, Kumbh Mela. One person is lying in a small, cot, small with wheels, a small cradle like we can say, but he's a big man, made it. He sleeps in that, no clothes and all ash and everything. Where he slept on the thorns. That they brought dried kind of that thorns and they kept there. Whether bottom thorns are there or not, we don't know. But everywhere he cannot move. Thorns, mull, dried one. Near the head and here everywhere he just he won't move much. He speaks, and somebody pushes him. Why? If you are, this is tapas. These other Swamijis are all simply wearing the shoes and nice dresses and coming in the car and going like this. What is that sannyas? See, this is real tapas. Okay, if it is real tapas, why you came into the public and show? You need money. You need money. Hundreds of these things you can see there. Hundreds of different things. This is called dambam, show off, and ultimately for the sake of stomach, belly. Jetilo mundi lunchita kesha काषायाम्बर बहुतरवेशः पश्यन्नपि च न पश्यति मूढः उदरनिमित्तं For the sake of the belly, Bahukruta Veshaha Bhaja Govindam. This much height, the hair, whether it is real or he kept that much, and sometimes hanging up to there. How he will sleep, how he will take bath, we don't know. But on that, so many Rudrakshas. Then they think that this is tapas, and I am wearing, it is like this since last 10 years. Okay. Why you then say, why you show off that? And that hair, we cannot imagine that whether the inside insects are staying or what is staying. How that kind of, that much hair can be there? And how much you have to take care about it to protect and to maintain. They will nicely decorate. How you yourself can decorate? Without mirror you can do. So you need assistant. You need this, that, this. And then come into the public, a big Mahatma, Sadhu, with a lot of things. Whom you want to cheat. So Bahukruta Veshaha, all that only for the this. And you know the nature of this Rajasika tapas, Bhagavan says here, it is Chalam and Adhruvam. It is, if at all you do something and show off something and like that, it's not going to be useful to you at all. You will be stagnated and you will be caught up in this kind of show off and dambha. And it is, Chalam means Chenchalam, not steady. If at all you get any little phalam, that is also not permanent. What phalam will come? That is adhruvam. That's why Bhagavan using two words, achalam, chalam, and adhruvam means not shashvatam. That means it won't give a good result and benefit to you. You are unnecessarily cheating yourself and drowning into the samsara more and more ajnana. But this is called so-called spirituality and religion. See? If any normal person doing, okay, actually the normal people are much better than these religious and spiritual people. The so-called spiritual religious people, normal people, they are going, working and enjoying and seeing the movie, whatever. They don't meddle with others in this way, cheating. But these people are very dangerous. So this is all Rajasika tapas. Now naturally here Bhagavan didn't say Palakankshibhi. That's why Satkara Mana Pujardham. That means to get all these kind of things, he is the person, nothing else. Now last, the third category again, Tamasika tapas, 29th sloka. Moodhagrahenatmano yat pīdaya kriyate tapah parasyotsādanārdham va tattamasamudahrutam.
That is Thomas. Torturing the body is also conceiving.
Yes, that only comes here. There, that is almost it's mixing. That's why I told that example. Some in this also it will come. There also. Now here it is clearly telling that torturing of the body only, tamasika. And in Yajna Puja time also, this we already talked about this, like tamasika, because all this in the same person, Here tapas is specially talked. Their puja yagnam talked. The puja also they do for the sake of, it is a kind of my tapas. They will do. And their again name, fame, they think that I am doing. Okay. Moodhagrahena. This person who, this person is called tamasam, tapas, tat tamasam, udahurtam, it is told. Who? He is very murkha. He never listen to anybody. Whatever he thinks and whatever he want to do, he will do. Graha. What graha? Grahena. Moodha grahena. He is catched hold of by his own foolishness. What is the foolishness? Duragraham. That's why Duragraham is the most dangerous graham. Rahu, Shani, they won't do anything. Duragraha means everything comes in that. I won't listen. Whatever I want, I do that. So in these people, they do lot of kind of, they undertake the religious and these spiritual practices in the name of practice. They pidaya kriyate tapaha. Pidaya means they torture themselves. That is that the more you torture, it is tapas. That's why I told that example. And but this person also doing not too much show off, but he is a torture himself. While torturing himself, what Bhagavan said in the yajna that before slokas, actually, he is torturing me because inside I am only there. So this is somehow wrong notion. More if I torture my body, then that is the tapas. That's why I told that. Who asked you to do the pradakshinam and get problems to the health and the body? Who asked you? I went without chappals to walk and something happened. Who asked you? So why you are torturing the body? Nowhere it said that you torture the body. They are called elements actually. Murkha, murkha grahena, mudha grahena, atmanaha, these people. Yat pidaya kriyate, they torture. I told that time also the same examples because it is tamasic only, no? Tapas, unnecessary pradakshinams and I want to go like this. If you go only for 1 hour, 1.5 hour or maximum 2-3 hours of the Arunachala pradakshinam, that is okay. That also you want to go without chappals and after that whole 2 days or 3-4 days whole legs and everything is paining. Okay, at least while going in the 2-3 hours, how much time you remember the Lord's name, and how much time you forgot in the body. And this upavasa also. You keep doing upavasa and your mind is only about the food only. Tomorrow after finishing what I have to eat, what I have to prepare and all that. So it is not necessary. Nowhere it is said torturing the body is a big crime. It is considered as the biggest crime. Pidaya kriyate. So in all this kind of walking without chappals and rolling on the floors and around this temple, then all kinds of piercing the tongue and putting this veil. These are all for this Bhagavan told so many examples. We see some examples here and there. Okay, going with that wet cloths for the temple or all like that. Personally, if you do in your house for something, some karmas are all done with the wet clothes only. But in public, you need not to go and do all these things. So, in many of these things, Bhajagovindam, let me complete the word. Not only he is torturing to himself, he torture the others also. In some houses, in and around in our families, we'll see some kind of typical these kind of specimens, examples. They won't listen. Wife won't listen to the husband, husband won't listen. They want to do that, and for that sake, this poor lady or that poor husband has to suffer. Okay? It is not that your interest or my interest. Then there is a problems will come. Unnecessarily struggle. No need to do such kind of torturing the body anyway. I am doing 7 days vratam, 7 days I eat only this. Why you are doing this? To tell to the Lord, see how much I am torturing my body. See, any vratam, any tapas, why people will do? They will walk keeping one step like this. You may saw in the temple. This girl didn't get the alliance. Young girls all will do. Or some kind of disease. So I do like this, my disease should go. What is this bargaining? And I will come 7 weeks, 8 weeks, I should get the visa. As I told, no, Hyderabad, there is a visa Balaji is there. So heavy rush and famous that is. All educated people, these are all studied, but murkha. In this way, parasya utsadanartham. This is typical. To destroy others, they do tapas. They make all witchcraft, black magic. All these are all comes under parasya utsadanartham. That's to destroy others. They do tapas. What is the typical example in Mahabharata? Ambika, who first one Ambika, I think. She did the tapas to destroy the Bhishma. The poor Bhishma, no mistake of Bhishma, only her own mistake and her parents' mistake. But she didn't realize. But that went on, that became a, again, a problem to the Bhishma, came and stood in front as the Sikhandi. Then Bhishma, according to his own vows, he should not take the astra in front of the transgender person. See, this is how this whole law of karma, this world is, but there is no any meaning or any this thing. Truth is far away from this. But somehow these people will get caught up in something or other. This is there in every whole world. This kind of things, they're there. But luckily we got in our country very good scriptures and the teaching and all that. Great Mahatmas, realized souls, but we don't listen. So, Bhagavan in Bhajagovinda writes this, different typical examples. Agre vahni prushte bhanu ratrau chubuka samarpita janu karatala bhiksha starutala vasah. Examples Bhagavan given. Agre vahni, tapas, panchagni tapas, keeping the agni in front of him, big homa, and sitting in the midday in summer, and the sun is from the top and back, bhanu, scorching sunlight, and here heat, because tapas, I am bearing the heat. This is, people will do like that, many. And then agrevani pushtava. Then night, even it is so winter chill weather, shivering, but I won't use any kambal. What I will do? I will bring my knees near, Jano Chubuka Samarpita Jano. He pulls the legs and hold with the hands and touch his chin and shivering what? Tapas. Tapas. And then Karatala Bhiksha. Some will eat only in the hands. That is my tapas. In Kashi, Benares, one Mahatma, popular in his name, now the institution also there, Karapatraji Maharaj. People never saw him since so many, he's eating in a plate or somewhere. He will eat maybe big, he later on big institution, lot of disciples, big it become. But still, he takes the food only in his hands once or twice, that's it. Karapatra. Karam itself is patra. For a moving monk, it is told in the Shastra also as a Vairagya. But that should not become obsession, abstinence. See, these Mudha, Grahena, Atmana people, their tapas, it becomes so obsessed. If any of your practices becoming an obsession to you, you remember that it is not useful or correct obsession. That means so many rules and so many things and all that, and because of that, you suffer yourself, you make others to suffer, and many of these kind of tamasika tapas people, they in Puranas many examples will be there. Nowadays also some may be there. They will see others how to destroy them, how to take revenge on them through their kind tapas. So all these are tamasika tapas. So our attention should be on the sattvika tapas with the sharirika, vachika and manasika. Okay, next Bhagavan starts the about dhanam. That also three kinds of dhanam that we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Hari Om Tat Sat.